Welcome to 'Cause We Can Farms. We are Heather and Kimmy, best friends for over 30 years. This spring we've begun building the outhouse, the solar system, and our wind turbine to provide electricity from the wind and the sun here on the homestead. This is the season that we move away from doing things that we can do during the winter, and building inside the shipping container tiny home is one of those things. We just appreciate this absolutely gorgeous view that we get and raising animals for the homestead, along with some gardening and that kind of stuff. The most exciting project that we're doing this year is our barn build that we are milling on the Wood-Mizer LT35 from logs off of the property. I hope that you will come along and enjoy our build. So make sure that you hit that subscribe button, like and comment. We love hearing comments from you guys and do read them all. And now let's get on to today's build.
Okay, so it's the next morning. We actually still need to cut these. Got super hot yesterday, but we're going to show you finishing this log before we get started on the rest. These are 2x16s, if you guys recall, so we need to make these into 2x12s that will finish our top girts for the barn. So we need to reload them back up and get them cut. And they're heavy. Oh yeah, that'll help. Let's let the machine help. As much as possible, right?
We're moving along.
Yeah, we are. We have 25 2x6s. We have all 10 of our 2x12s.
So exciting.
Yeah, out of those 3 logs. Plus our 6x10x15s, which we need, what'd I say, 5 more of those? Because we have 3.
Yeah.
Hopefully out of this next group of logs, so come back.
Soon we'll be able to get things putting up.
Yes, I'm so excited for that. We do have our center posts that we need to stand before we can put up our 6x10s, but we can start putting up our girts so that when those center posts go up, we literally can just start putting up the big beams across it. And it's going to change the look so much, and I'm so excited. So then we'll be working on that floor. We'll be cutting for that floor at that point.
Yay.
Yeah.
Nice.
We may just get this frame done yet.
Why are we breaking already?
So the humidity is thick this morning. I feel like we changed elevation.
Yeah. It's tough.
It is thick today, and we're supposed to be in the 90s, I think. So we're not going to have a long day on the mill today. Hopefully we can get this log on and get it cut. But I do have my wasp-proof cup. So
Which is super important when you're on the sawmill.
it is. And I love that they're super feminine. Thank you, Pioneer Woman.
All right, so is it really the thick air, or is it because you were having this party in the middle of the night upstairs in the treehouse?
It could be a little bit of both. So you guys, a bat was flying around my room. I left my window open, which I always do. And in the middle of the night, I heard this like right past my head. And so it had flown in the window and was stuck in there and was like flying around the room like crazy. And I think it was like 12:30 at night. And I opened the door, the actual door, and it wouldn't go out. It actually went out and came back in. And so then I went downstairs because I was like, ah!
In the meantime, I'm hearing that commotion, And I'm like, what is going on?
I'm like, get out, get out.
I'm like, is there an intruder? Did a cougar climb in the window?
Yeah, so then I opened all the doors, went downstairs, and sat downstairs for like, I don't know, I think it was like 40 minutes.
I was going to say half an hour or so, but I fell back asleep.
At least a half an hour. And then went upstairs and had to look all around and make sure it had gone out. But then it had gone out. But then, of course, you don't just fall right back asleep.
No. Well, not when there's a fear the bat might come back.
Well, and I have to say, you know, it had at least a 6-inch wingspan, probably 8 inches. I mean, it was flying around, but it was a good size. It was a good size. That little bat that you found, I'm assuming it came back. That's what we were talking about this morning. But
It grew up.
yeah, so the wingspan really was 8 inches, which is what it said when we looked it up.
Oh.
What were those little
Little brown bats.
Little brown bats. Yeah. That sweetheart needs to find somewhere else to hang out at night, because that was a little much. I got my heart going.
And the dogs were worried too. They were like, what is happening?
Mom is dying.
There's an intruder and we can't get
It
upstairs.
was so funny because I came down and sat down and Chloe was like right up against my leg, like, Mom, what is it? Yeah. So yeah, I'm kind of tired.
Me too.
Sorry about that middle of the night wake up.
Sleep interrupted.
Man,
Hush.
I was sleeping hard too, and I was like at first I thought it was a moth. I was like, what is that? And then I'm like, that's a bat. A full-on bat.
Yep.
Flying around. We need to find those see, I'm still asleep.
Words are hard.
The Lordy, it's not even coming to me. You know, the mesh that covers your window.
Oh, screens?
Thank you.
I'm good at charades. Maybe you should have just mimed it.
We need to find those
Yes.
to put in.
That way the mosquitoes will leave us alone at night too.
Do those block the mosquitoes? I thought the mosquitoes could get through.
No.
Oh, that'd be great.
Yeah.
Can't roll it with those things being in the way.
Okay, let's measure this log. This is 20 3/4 by 21 1/4. That's basically been our measurements on the last 4 logs. Well, no, that one was really big.
Maybe we need to play the lotto. It's our lucky number.
21's our lucky number. Let's see our length. We know this is only going to do 2x6s. A little over 11 feet, which is perfect. Okay, let's see. I thought you was holding it.
No.
This side is 23 and a half. It's our fat bottom girls. The whole group of them.
Oh no. Another one. Insert song here.
Yeah. I don't even know how that tune goes.
If you don't know the song, look it up.
Look it up. So this side, as you can see, it's way off. I'm going to raise that other end up. We've got those little limbs that are sticking up that are holding that up. We just want our flat cut, and then we can flip it, have it level on the actual bed, and start making our cants. And then we go from there. This looks a little... All right, let's do it.
What are we doing?
Let's do it.
It should be illegal to have this much fun while you're working.
Right. This hard. 'Cause
This
is
hard, yeah.
labor.
Look at this. This is crazy.
It's really nice, these logs that'll peel like this.
Yeah.
They've been these have been sitting 2 years.
We've actually been really lucky the past
No.
few logs.
We dropped these last year. Insert video here, Editor Heather, of us chainsawing these and moving these, because these were from down there. So these were last year.
Down there.
And so they peeled really easy sitting over winter. So, and they've blued. So we really like those the blue logs, the blue pine, which we'll be putting a ton of that in the barnuminium when we do the barnuminium. So we'll be getting logs delivered in the fall and milling in the spring pine. Seems like it wants to roll over, doesn't it? As high as that goes. Ah. Some thick bark. It's like some 3-inch bark.
It sure is.
2-inch, 1.5 inches of bark.
Look at that. It's got a little bit of a curve in it.
It does. It's at 20 inches. I just don't know why this side. Maybe I'll let that other dog out. Well, this says it's at 16 here. Oh, that's because I measured on here and not here. That's at 22. I'm going to release that other one and see if this will drop down a little. Might. That drop it any?
Yeah.
Oh, good. Oh, yeah. Now this front's up too high. How do we look? Level?
Looks perfect. It really does.
Yeah, it looks pretty good.
We'll see.
19 and a half. Sometimes when we hit it like that, it doesn't move that much. 18 and a half. Right at 18, so I'm gonna call that good. Boy, that underneath side is all kinds of wonky. Can you see the line on it?
Yeah.
Like this.
It really is.
Talk about a wave.
We should have got that on camera.
Yep.
Okay, so we know we're at 17 here. We're at 15 and a half here. We're making girts. They don't have to be a perfect 6 inches, but we want to get as close as we can. So we could do our 2-inch cuts going this way and then come through the middle and do that cut. And that'll double our 2x6s. And they'll be right at 6 inches because this is 15 and a half. So actually, they would definitely be, we'd still have to maybe peel off a little bit if we wanted to. 12, 13, 14, 15. That would give us a 3x2. Which we need those 2x2s. Butterfinger at the mill. Add that to the bloopers. So that'll give us, we need those 2x2s for the flooring. So we pulled those. So that'll give us that cut. We should get a couple of those out. So I'm going to flip it. 2x2s all the way down. We'll, that's our Pride and Prejudice bird there in the background. Then we'll cut off the, I could actually do that now. I could actually, yeah, let me cut off that 3 inches because we do need a whole bunch of 3x6s. What to do. Okay, so I'm going to go down, cut the 3 inches off. And then we're going to cut our 6-inch log. Then we're going to flip it, and then we're going to do our 2x. So that gives us the least amount of flipping and the most amount of 2x6s. And a big a 3-inch by whatever this is to figure out what to do with.